Hi, I'm Jessica with Harmony Harvest Farm, and this is my sister Stephanie. Along with our mom, the Lady Monarch, or Chris, we own and run a specialty cut flower farm in Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, where we ship flowers nationwide to floral enthusiasts like yourself. Today on Designing with an Idiot, we wanted to break down some of the uses, oh, pun intended there, break down the dried goods. We wanted to show you some of the uses for our dried flower collections. Surrounded on our table, you'll see some of our season's best. These are fresh cut flowers that we harvested off of our farm fields and then naturally dried in our historic bank barn, where we are today. These were air dried and still have some of the nostalgia of the farm built right in.
Absolutely. And before we get started making these arrangements, I feel like it's important to note that Jessica here is a professional designer and I am not. Growing up, Jess has always been the creative one. We are sisters. Has always been the creative one, and I have not been. So we thought that what a great way to teach people how to use flowers. We're going to talk about dried flowers today, but by using me. Like, if I can do it, guys, you can do this. So let's make some stuff. What are we doing?
Cool. Well, we decided to work with one of our collections, like we said, which is a really great sampling of some of our best dried ingredients off the farm. So we are surrounded here by, my favorite, the dried hydrangea, and some other bits. And I went ahead and just pulled a whole bunch of vases and things that I've collected this year just through wanting to be on the ready for any beautiful fresh flower bouquets. So this is a great way if you've picked up an extra vase, maybe someone gave you a basket you just couldn't part with. This is a great way to use them again in the off season while maybe fresh cut flowers in the house aren't as easy to come by.
Yeah.
And I love this Larkspur. This has been so beautiful this year. Definitely still have some of that bright pops of color and even some of the soft neutral tones. And I think that the natural weathering patina of the flowers really makes it feel season specific. So as we enter into fall, what better way to make your house feel like fall than to bring in some of the dried florals. Now, dried flowers are very fragile, but they're sturdy enough that they will give you enjoyment until fresh blooms come back on the farm. I think those are gorgeous. You guys have
to see this. Look at this purple. Look how amazingly preserved that purple color is.
Isn't that cool? And that all happened right here. We hang dry all of our flowers and enjoy them. Yeah, I love this. So you'll find different mixes of flowers in the box, but don't feel like you have to incorporate everything. Sometimes sticking with just one type of flower in a vase gives a much stronger impact. And in this French vase, I am really loving just having the Larkspur in there. And you can cut down some of these stems to make sure that you have blooms that hit all the way down to the bottom of your vase. Look at you, just doing it.
I'm just doing it. You were running the gap, so I said forget it. I'm going for it.
I love this. So this was actually a gray Larkspur fresh, and it still feels very lavender dried. It's beautiful.
And actually, these are not, like, I thought they would be a lot more delicate, and they're actually not bad. Like, those ones are hanging on, they're hanging
Oh,
top.
Look at that white. That's just gorgeous.
I know. So you're not going to do anything.
I'm watching you put that together.
Okay, great. No pressure. Oh, this is looking good. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying now about, like, cutting them down and getting blooms all the way down in the bottom.
And it's not that we have to worry about water upkeep in these vases. No. You don't have to have something that is watertight to do a dried arrangement in. And the really cool factor is you can incorporate fresh. If you wanted to use just a small water pick, which is a sealed vessel that the stem would slide down into and it would hold the water separate, you could water pick in fresh flowers if you want to. However, I am really loving the natural and simplistic beauty of just that vase of Larkspur on its own.
And you know,
that is really
That's pretty.
Really beautiful, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? And you just set that to the side. Yeah, I would say, like,
that's it.
That is really beautiful.
That's really nice.
And
I dig
set that on your mantle
Yeah.
or your kitchen island. Beautiful.
You know, I really enjoy flowers that I don't have to take care of.
Why don't you hand me some of those hydrangea?
Here,
Yeah.
here's a big bunch of them. It's a bunch.
I love the hydrangea. You can see some of these heads are quite massive,
Gonna do it.
but you can break them down and pull off individual florets. And because we're not worried about stems and water, you don't have to get them to the bottom of your vessel either. What did you want?
I want that. I'm gonna do what you do.
Oh, you want the hydrangea.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do what she does.
So when you are filling out more mass, it is kind of nice to have some more abundant mass just to help you cover your vase as much as you want. And again, we're just tucking. This is wrinkled cress. It is so cool. It is very squirrely. You don't need much. It definitely packs a punch. And these stems are pretty brittle because it's dried flowers. So you can almost just pinch what you want to pull off.
yeah, pinch
Or just
it.
break it. I
I'm
hear
just
you
breaking-
snapping
I'm just
over there.
breaking it. This, you know, every time we do these, I get into this and I get in the zone and I'm looking at my thing and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. I can't. She's never gonna do it as good as I do. And then I look at hers and it's always better. But whatever.
It's not. It's just a competition amongst sisters.
It really is. Ooh, I want to use this. This is like some of my favorite stuff. What is this called?
So that is a fountain grass plume, which has become really popular. Maybe you've seen like pampas grass used in wedding design. This is not pampas, but it definitely gives that same kind of natural grass vibe. And I love it. It's really, really cool to work with during the fall and makes everything kind of have that misty, foggy morning feel
Adorable.
to it.
And it's almost got like a. Does it have a purple tint or is it just me?
It does have a purple tint to it.
That's so pretty. Look how big that piece is. Whoa.
Very plumy.
Very much plume. Very plumable.
Very plumy.
So I'm digging that.
We also have this really gorgeous status here.
Oh,
And
I
this
love
is
the
one
status.
bunch. If you watch as we use this, we are breaking off some really small pieces, which means this is gonna actually take you pretty far. If you're trying to just add a few pops of nature throughout your house, these collections are phenomenal to help you do that.
I'm gonna use the straw flower. I think it
Go
was a
for it.
prop, but I've now turned it into. I'm gonna use it. So Jess, when they
Yes.
get these, are they going to have the bands on them still? If you get the collection,
So everything is wrapped by variety so that we can help keep it controlled. Sometimes it's banded and sometimes it's not, just depending on how it was dried and preserved in our barn. But don't be surprised if it does. I recommend removing the bands so that you can really get into the product that you're working with and make every stem count, because that is what it's all about.
I'm gonna do something that Jess has taught me in previous
How cute is that?
designing tutorials here, and
What
that
do you
is
think?
try to bunch things together.
Yeah, you can bunch for more impact.
She just did that. Like, what the hey?
I
Let's
love
just see if I put it.
So other really popular design trends are these beautiful glass cloaks that just set down on tables. Don't be afraid to take some of your favorite flowers and actually just create a little vignette on your table. A lay flat, if you will. A lot of times you'll see these in wedding pictures where they have used just a few flowers to lay and complement for styling. You can do the same thing in your home, creating a small, beautiful little vignette, and then using our cloak, we can cover it up. I am literally just laying this on the table. You need to get your grasses back.
What are you saying here?
They're coming into my workspace.
Well, you know what? This reminds me of when we were growing up and we used to yell at Mom because
That was just
we
a-
would be breathing each other's air, and as a child, that was far
Not
too
okay.
much, far too much stress. I'm kind of, okay, look at this, guys. Doing something here.
That's really
I
pretty.
want some of that status.
Okay,
Give me
here. I am literally just creating a lay flat here on the table. And I love these straw flowers. They're cute as a button. They kind of remind me of buttons. So a nice little pile, if you will, of straw flower can be its own design. And then I made it too big. Oh no, it doesn't fit under my cloak.
Cute, that's cute.
That is really cute.
That's cute for like a side table or something.
Oh yeah, and I don't have any little pine cones, but if you have some pine cones, you can incorporate that. Use your cloak. Clearly this one's too big.
Yeah, just put it
And then
on
you don't
the
have to
thing.
worry about it getting blown off or knocked around. But using this just to showcase maybe your favorite signature bloom, one alone, very minimalistic and beautiful. That way you can really appreciate all the work that nature did to make those pretty little blooms.
Nature did a lot of work on me, I can tell you that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
keep
mean,
going
look at this
here.
masterpiece. Wow. Same, because you know how I am.
That's really cool.
I'm kind of digging it. Look at here. Look at that.
You know, these are
Look
really...
at what I made.
Oh, you did good. You guys, these are also
Yeah,
really good, like,
that's a great one.
type of flowers. Like, let's say
Oh.
you have a party the next day and you forgot that you have no seasonal decor in your house. Do you see how quickly we are cranking all of these out? And then you can run around at 2 a.m., stick them wherever you need to and not worry about water or how to look the next day. Makes it really easy to quickly get some seasonal decor in your home.
I stole another prop. This basket was just a prop. So.
It's fine. I'm actually going to incorporate the pine cone in this because I
Oh,
really,
you know what
really
I
love
need? I need
it.
this big old hydrangea. Yes, honey, you get in there. You tell them all about it.
Ooh, I really like how that's laying out like it was just gathered from the field.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
It looks really good.
Um,
You know, and sometimes it's nice just to use the neutrals. While we love the bright colors of the status, of the straw flower, using more natural tones also really helps lend that warm fall feel to the design. So don't be afraid to do things that are maybe a little bit more monotone in color, just because it'll help you to achieve that beautiful warm fall feel.
I don't think I have one, but I wish I had a rubber band because I think that if I banded this.
So that is another great tip. You can totally make little banded clutches to put into your designs. Makes it easy to just pop and insert a mixed kind of grouping in a really specific way.
This just turned into something.
It looks really good. I like
telling
it.
ya. And literally, we're doing this in like 2 seconds.
I think they can get that.
And this was not rehearsed.
It
Let everybody
never
know that.
is.
And
It
nothing
never
ever
is from our
rehearsed on the
farm.
farm. Yeah, you guys, I'm really digging. I was gonna put this pine cone in the front, but I might just stick him in the back. He's got some leftover from last year's Halloween delight. He's got some fake cobwebs in him. I would say that. At least I hope they're fake.
I was
'cause if
gonna
this
say,
is a
are-
real spotter, good God Almighty, that's a big old spotter. So we're just gonna.
We grow everything extra on the farm.
Okay, so just kind of my background cone. Look at that.
It looks really great.
Amazing. I just did that out of a prop.
There we go, guys. How cool is that?
Something.
Right? Wow.
What else
We're
do you
just,
have? Anything?
I think we filled it all
keep
up.
putting stuff in my basket.
There's just so much we can keep going with.
Yeah, I can dig that too. Man, move over, world. Here I come. What are you doing back here? This is the back of it. Okay. Jess probably would create something that didn't have a back, but not me.
Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't create something that has a back. I just found more places to put cute little things.
Well. Well. Okay, so our dried flowers, like Jess said, they are naturally dried right here in the drying barn. That's where our little set is here. And We have those in 3 different options. You can get a dried flower collection, which is what we used here. So all of these little bits that we've made today were made out of a dried flower collection.
I kind of
see,
like
that's
the back better.
What? Flip that thing around.
I mean, that's cute too, but either way.
Anyway, back to me. We have our dried collection, which we've used here to make all these really amazing arrangements really quick.
Yeah.
We have our dried bouquet. So
if maybe this feels like a little bit much for your needs, feel free to snag a dried flower bouquet, which is an eclectic mix of all of these really great ingredients. We do also have a crafter's bits box, which are some of the shorter stems, novelty pieces of the season's best from our barn. These are perfect for you to get your glue gun out and start crafting. In fact, check out our Designing with the Idiot series where we get into the crafter's box and show you other ways that you can incorporate farm fresh materials any time of year into your home. Head over to hhfshop.com. While you're there, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. That way you can stay in the know of all the greatest happenings here on the farm and get those insider deals.
Absolutely, and don't forget we have free shipping on all of our dried flower products. So be sure to check those out and let people know that, like, hey, you found the honey hole of dried flowers.
That's right. You guys, we can't wait to share some more tips and tricks with you on our Designing with an Idiot series, but until then, we're gonna go fall up our own homes. Bye.